Joey here from Epic Cards and Games. We have Jesse Flores coming off a top 16 from, which YCS was it?
YCS Memphis.
Alright, and what did you top with?
60 card Hero Gym Knight FTK.
Dang, that sounds pretty interesting. You want to get into it real quick?
Yeah. So I'm playing 2 of the normal, 3 more of the normals, 3 Obsidian, 3 Lazuli, 3 Armadillo. This is all pretty standard except this. I just wanted to cut down on these because I didn't want to draw too many combinations of these cards. 3 Block Dragon. This card's probably the best monster in the whole deck. Lets you play around Ghost Ogre. I decided to throw in more extenders because the problem with the 40 card version was you drew too many combinations of these cards and you have enough extenders. So this is still the same as my regional list up to now. I played 3 Lone Fire, 3 Scorpio, and 2 Cobra. Shout out to Deception. Saw that he played 2 Garnets in his deck, so I threw in 2 Garnets in mine. 3 more extenders, 3 Rescue Rabbit. This card isn't game by itself, but it's just really good. I used it a lot with Saryuja. I guess the kind of spicy part about my deck, I played 1 Prisma. I was looking for more extenders in my deck, so I decided to throw in Hero Lives, and that card actually got ashed quite a bit. And 1 Crystal Rose, pretty much the same thing as Prisma, except you don't have to reveal, and its graveyard effect's really good. And I played 2 Ogre. It's a little bit of hand traps for 60, but in the future I'm going to play more. But the reason I chose Ogre over the rest of them is because it can be a combo piece with being light. That's it for the monsters. Three of the best spell card in the deck, Gym Knight Fusion. This card's really good. It's probably the best spell to like see in your opening hand and to like actually go second with because you can keep activating it even if they negate it.
It's not once per turn.
Yeah. 3 Brilliant Fusion. This card's game with any Gym Knight monster. I never really hard drew this too much, but I usually like got it off of Scorpio.
You always search yourself Scorpio, or do you get Gym Knight Fusion ever?
It just really depends which one you have.
Like going second, you probably want Gym Knight Fusion.
And the cool part about this deck is you can resolve this card multiple times in grind games.
Cool.
3 Hero Lives and 2 Unexpected Die. I decided to play more Hero Lives than the Unexpected Die because this card is more likely to get ashed. And that's pretty much the only reason. I didn't want to play 3 and 3 because I thought that would be kind of overkill. 3 of the best spell card in the game, Pot of Desires. I played a few cards because it's a 60 card variant. 3 Call to the Grave and 3 Chalice. This is for going second for Abyss Dweller, and this is for going first, trying to make my FTK go through. And for the cool part about my deck, I'm playing 3 Left Arm Offering and 1 Grass. I decided to throw this in here because the Gym Knight deck has a lot of ashable targets. And I thought like the more ashable targets I threw in, and once I saw them, like if they didn't ash my Brilliant Fusion, they don't have ash. So if I can resolve this card for Soul Charge or Grass, it's just going to be game.
Like Grass, you get a lot of value off because you have a lot of graveyard effects.
Yeah,
like
you can get like Block Dragon, Gym Knight Fusion, Lazuli. It's pretty crazy.
Very nice.
Another cool interaction with Left Arm Offering is like you can sometimes, or actually a lot of times, like banish like Gym Knight monsters from my hand, and that interacts really well with the Link monster. For the one-ofs, Monster Reborn, Foolish Burial, Soul Charge, and Reasoning. Reasoning is probably the worst card in my deck. In theory, it seemed good, but from now on, it's probably going to be a 3rd Ghost Ogre. No trap cards, 60 cards. Extra deck. 3 Lapis Lazuli. This card is what makes your FTK possible. 3 Master Diamonds. Pretty much a Supreme King, except you banish a level 7 or lower Gym Knight from your grave. 1 Brilliant Diamond, Lone Fire from the extra deck. 1 Zirconia. This makes your FTK with Gym Knight Fusion and a Gym Knight monster by sitting Block Dragon and Seraph Knight. This effect actually comes up a lot since I use like the targets I showed you, like Ghost Ogre and Prisma and stuff. That's it for the fusion monsters. 2 Quartz. This card's crazy. Every time you resolve its effect and it goes through, it's pretty much a game.
So if you have cherries, this is what you want to hit, right?
Yep. You never want to cherries this guy because in Swiss, I got cherries for both this and this before, and literally all you got to do is just shuffle them back in fusion.
Cool.
1 Mrs. Radiant. Pretty much its only purpose is to like link off with Block Dragon, and sometimes when you're going second to like go for game. 1 Saryuja. This card actually has really cool interactions with Block Dragon because sometimes resolving Black Dragon's search effect is more important than drawing 4, so you can just make your Block Dragon chain link 1. And then 1 Curious. This card's really crucial when you can't get to your Gym Knight Fusion or to your Block Dragon, and to make this card more accessible is Link Spider. This card's actually really cool. There was one time I think I was playing round 9 where I opened 2 normal monsters, Ghost Ogre, Chalice, and Soul Charge, and I killed him with that hand. And for the side deck, The third Ogre, this is going to be my main deck after this. And to replace the third Ogre in my side deck is probably going to be 2 Ash. But this card was actually really good. I lost in top 16 to Trick Stars. I got Joel Reincarnated. I'm probably going to try to find more room for these.
Yeah, definitely need 3 just for your
3 Joel and Lockbird. I think this is probably the best hand trap for the event because it's like the only hand trap that has like a lingering effect that can just stop their turn. And it's more impactful in my deck because like if they just end their turn, especially some of the monsters that don't do anything, that can just kill them. I side deck 2 extra deck monsters, 1 Prismura and 1 Borlow Dragon. Every time I went second, I sided out the Curious package for these 2 guys. They're just really good utility. 3 Twin Twister, 2 Typhoon, and 3 Evenly Matched. This is mainly for Draco. Sometimes you can do this against the FTK Pendulum, but mainly you just want this against Floodgates. That's the side.
Cool, man. Do you have any shoutouts?
Yep, I have shoutouts to everyone that lent me cards. Dan, Steven, Eric, Michael Campos, the other Steven, and shout out to Epic Cards and Games, and shout out to my family and my girlfriend.
All right, well, congrats, and will we see you in New Jersey?
Yes.
All right, cool.